Hey, how's it going? So, based off the title of this video, you may already know what we're going to be talking about. But today, we're going to be talking about my 7-month-old bearded dragon, Miracle. Okay, hold on. Before you guys in the comment section down below start ripping me apart, chasing me with pitchforks, saying this bearded dragon is not 7 months old, let me give you guys a bit of background to what happened to Miracle. You see, 7 months ago, Miracle was born from a moldy clutch of eggs, and even though something like this would normally not affect any other reptile, I found that it has severely affected Miracle's growth. Now, when she was born, I didn't even really think she was gonna make it far because she wasn't eating, she wasn't moving, and at times I needed to assist feed her and even show her how to drink water. Yeah, I was literally showing her everything. But with all of these things that happened so early on in her life, she is still alive. Now, a 7-month-old bearded dragon would normally look like this, and she still looks like a hatchling bearded dragon. So it definitely has gotten me a little bit worried, but that's why I'm putting this video together to showcase you guys that things like this happen sometimes. Now, what does this mean? Miracle is not like any other bearded dragon out there in the world. She is special. With that being said, she requires special attention. What normally a 7-month-old bearded dragon would do at this point in their life, Miracle has trouble doing. Now, she moves fine, eats fine, drinks water fine, and even poops fine. So why isn't she growing? Now, talking to some of you as well as a vet, we concluded that maybe the moldy egg has affected her organs and her organs are not growing properly, resulting to her not being able to grow properly. Basically, it's a rare thing that happens, but sometimes reptiles go through things like this in the wild, and sometimes they don't even make it that long. So Miracle, being one of out of maybe 100 that actually has made it 7 months without being able to grow properly, is actually pretty impressive. But with all of that being said, it has not stopped me from caring about her. Now, her care is like any other bearded dragon out there when it comes to her enclosure setup and lighting. However, when it comes to her food, she still needs a little bit of help. I still provide her with calcium and vitamins as well as a multivitamin in her diet. The one thing about her is in the 7 months that she has been living, she has only shed once. Yeah, once. And even when she did, it put a lot of stress in her life and caused her not to want to eat or be bothered. This stress took her back a few steps, and before all of this, she was doing fine and making a lot of progress, and I even documented it week after week. But as soon as she hit that point and had her first shed, the stress became real. Now, her not wanting to eat made me worried, and I thought for sure she wasn't going to make it. I kept her hydrated and prayed that she would bounce back. When it came to a point, I even stepped in and assist fed her for a good while. Now, I've owned bearded dragons my whole life for at least over 10 years, and this was the first time I felt like as if I failed. From incubating her, the eggs going bad, her on the verge of dying of starvation, I had a sense of defeat. I already lost a bearded dragon at the beginning of the year that meant the world to me, and now I was dealing with almost losing another. So I went back to the drawing board and started the ultimate recovery diet for her. This consisted of giving her food on a schedule on time, even if she refused to eat. I also raised up the heat in her enclosure as well as in her room. Doing this over the month, she started to eat again on her own. Now, a couple weeks passed by and she is still eating. She's eating and eating, but she is still not growing. Could the moldy egg really cause her not to grow that much? I mean, I've seen this type of things happen in other reptiles, but they usually bounce back pretty quickly. This was a rare case, and I definitely did not want to give up on her, so I called it Operation Getting Miracle Fat Again. Now, as you can see, I made a concoction of different things so I can syringe feed her at least once a week to add a bit more food. That way, if she doesn't eat, at least she always has food in her belly. Now, I used a bit of grub pie, 1 cricket, 1 waxworm, and even guts of superworms. So I made it into a paste and gave it to her. And she loved it. Now this right here may actually work, so I'm crossing my fingers that this is the solution, and me doing this repetitively at least once a week is going to spark her back into that growth. Now only time will tell exactly what's going to happen, and honestly I hope that Miracle is the one that bounces back, but I'm still not sure, because at the end of the day these are living creatures, and I still don't know if she's gonna grow to be a big bearded dragon, but at least she's alive. And honestly, she is a living miracle. Well guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video about Miracle, my bearded dragon. If you guys did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. It is super late and I'm really working on these videos for you guys. If you're new to this channel, be sure to subscribe, because at the end of the day, I'm Lord of Lion. Keep the blood pumping, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.
You gotta hit that notification, hit that notification, hit that notification button, baby. You gotta hit that notification, hit that notification.